Army Sergeant First Class Riley Stevens was killed during an attack in Afghanistan. As you saw during our 5 p.m. newscast, the Patriot Guard helped escort Stevens to his final resting place at Dallas-Fort Worth National Cemetery after a procession across the Metroplex. NBC5's Andres Gutierrez is in the newsroom with more on today's services and remembrances. Andres?
Good evening, Omar. Along the way, people lined the streets paying tribute and honoring Sergeant First Class Stevens, a father, husband, and son who died serving the country he loved. The procession started in Stevens' hometown of Tolar and traveled 70 miles northeast to the DFW National Cemetery. I had the opportunity of meeting a few families watching the procession along Highway 377 in Tarrant County.
It's just, this is a little something, you know, to let them know we cared about that boy. We prayed for them.
Although Colleen Grider never met him in person, the mother of an Army Staff Sergeant is here with her family to pay her final respects to Army Sergeant First Class Riley Stevens.
I want them to know we really, really appreciate what their son did for us.
She is one of the dozens of people who lined the streets in the city of Benbrook, children and adults alike waving American flags and carrying signs to remember Sergeant Stevens. The 39-year-old dreamed of serving in the military since he was in high school and did so for more than 2 decades. On September 28th, he was killed on his 5th deployment to Afghanistan.
After 10 years, we've kind of become numb to the everyday atrocities of it, and to realize that how close this hits to home.
The journey to his final resting place began with a funeral service in his hometown of Tolar. Then a procession of 250 motorcycles and the Patriot Guard escorted Sergeant Stevens to the Dallas-Fort Worth National Cemetery. One family saluting Stevens had their car draped in a U.S. flag. Here in Benbrook, a moment of silence and tears were shed as Sergeant Stevens passed by.
That we care and that his sacrifice wasn't forgotten about.
Not everyone has the courage to do that, and he did.
Remembering courage and sacrifice for a hometown hero.
And Sergeant First Class Stevens is survived by his wife, 3 children, and father. The Department of Defense says that during his years of service, he received the Bronze Star Medal and the Purple Heart. Reporting live in the newsroom, Andres Gutierrez, NBC5.
Thanks, Andres. Today's firefighter